I tell you, the history of this place is wasted on the public. The arena's first heroes, our land's heritage. But do people care? Nah. People don't want history, they want the heroes of today. Still, I suppose every era needs its own heroes. Quite profound, that. You can quote me if you like.
Fable is a game that I always wanted to play, but I couldn't due to a language barrier. So, years later, aka now, I decided to play it, and here are my thoughts. So let's start with the most important part, minigames. I actually fell in love with the minigames in this game, and just overall the feel of minigames and the options that you have. I'm a huge Yakuza fan, and when it comes to video games, for example, Skyrim, my favorite part of the game and overall Bethesda games is when you can do stuff like crafting, selling, and so on and so forth. So when I discovered in Fable, he has stuff like the renting system where you can rent your house, I immediately started to really like the game. When a game offers you an option to kind of have a stable base, just stable income all the time, when whatever you're doing, you will just have something going on in the background that will give you money. I think it's great. It's a very simple thing, but for someone like me, this kind of a system where you can, for example, fish, but while you're fishing, you can also earn money by just living, is something that I really like. And I kind of was thinking about modern games and overall what games offer you this. And I kind of was a bit sad that today, day and age, when it comes to RPGs, you usually don't really see anything like that. What I mean by that is that I personally, what I really miss for video games in general is being able to be just a simple merchant or a simple, just a simple dude who has property or something and he makes money. One of the reasons why I really like Bangalore, for example, is because it offers you to have stuff like workshops and, have a stable income, and you have blacksmithing stuff, and also, MLs that allow you to have stuff like action houses like in World of Warcraft and so on and so forth. So for me, thinking about this kind of system, I was really happy. And of course, there is the whole just randomness and funness, like a chicken kicking minigame. It's hilarious and I love it. Now, of course, Fable is not a perfect game. It has its own problems and some things that could be way better, like the combat system. However, for me personally, the game is good enough as it is. Like, it's great. I really enjoy it. As someone who has never played Fable, I was really genuinely surprised to see what I'm actually getting into and how much fun it is. I really wanted to play Fable on release, and I remember seeing it because my brother actually bought it, but sadly neither of us spoke English at the time, so we couldn't really play it, so he sold off the copy. But at the time, I really miss just not being able to play the game and just overall experience it, because it is what it is. That being said, I just wanted to talk about this because I genuinely feel like we really need a new game like Fable. Now, of course, I know that Fable 4 or Fable Reboot or whatever the name of that project is coming out. Hopefully it won't be cancelled. I, however, when it comes to modern day releases and reboots, I'm a bit skeptical, of course, that it might not go all that well. However, hey, if it's a new Fable game, as long as it has some good systems like the first game, that'll be good. Who knows? Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is the graphics of the game. I will be honest, despite the fact that I really never owned an Xbox, this kind of an era of 2005 to like 2011 of graphics is very nostalgic to me, and with like the bloom and the lighting and everything is going on. And to be honest, Fable 1 Anniversary Edition looks very good still to this day. I mean, of course, the textures aren't there and face models are sometimes, let's just say, not there, but it's really good for what it is, and I just really like it, to be honest. Games don't really need insanely good looking graphics. If it has a style like Team Fortress 2 or Fable, it will always be good. So yeah. Now for the most important question, is Fable outdated? I feel like Fable in a lot of ways is still a great game. However, if you have never played Fable and you don't know what you're getting into, if you're expecting, you know, a deep combat system, something like Dark Souls, you probably aren't getting it. But if you're expecting a game with more casual, you know, feel to it and combat, you're definitely going to have a good time with it. And I feel like Fable 1, despite all of the backlash that Anniversary Edition got, at least from what I've seen, the game is still great. It's enjoyable. What I'm trying to say, it's just fun. Either way, I just wanted to make this quick video about a game that I've been enjoying recently. That being said, if you like the video, I would really appreciate if you stop and like. Anyways, have a good one. Bye bye!